I love it. And Warriors fans, you probably love it too. Warriors start the season 1-0, beating the Lakers. That third quarter looked just like the mid-2010s Warriors. Fourth quarter, different story, something we'll talk about as well. Let the Lakers come back in the game. Steve Kerr calls a timeout, and they push the lead with about 3-4 minutes to go. Back to 10 points. That's what you want to see from this team. JK getting the start. Jimmy Butler, 16 of 16 from the free throw line. Steph looking like midseason form. As they said in the broadcast, not a good night. Tuck him in. We're going to do our normal game recap, go through the box score, big plays, look at some highlights, everything in between here on Warriors Digest. Randy Silver. In the thick of Huskers reporting, why I haven't been around the channel as much. Houston's doing a great job. Big Red with a big egg against Minnesota. This week we have Northwestern. If you want to see some Husker stuff, follow me. Randy Silver TV right there. But that's not why you're here. You're here for the Warriors news. No need to delay. Let's get into it. And again, comment your thoughts on this channel as you go through the video. Please subscribe to Warriors Digest. We're your #1 channel for Warriors news. And you have to start with the biggest news of all. Jimmy Butler goes 16 for 16, 31 points in the game. One more time. 16 for 16 from the line. And I need to show you guys a video. So before, let me line this up. Let something else go. But we're going to talk free throws first. Jimmy Butler talking about that performance is next level. Let's talk about it. 16 for 16. Talk about being ready for the game. Free throws.
What do I want to shoot? I got a bet with I don't think it's a bad bet, but it's kind of a bad bet. With Dre, that I gotta shoot a better percentage than number 30 on our team. Yeah, right. Ooh. Yeah. So.
He's got to shoot a better percentage than number 30. Who's number 30? Stephen Curry, who also went 8 for 8 from the line, 23 points. Out of the starting 5, the lowest plus minus at +1. Kind of interesting there. Jimmy Butler, we know last year the Warriors were a terrible shooting team. 70% from the free throw line is what I'm saying. They moved up to like 76, 77%. In a 2-month span to jump 6% like that is impressive. And they're starting the game 26 of 29 this season, 89% from the free throw line. Impressive. Just very, very impressive. Jimmy Butler out there looked very calm. He was able to be the floor general. Doesn't have the same pace, but makes the right plays, makes the right reads. Him and Curry connected very well. Him and Draymond connected very well. Speaking of Draymond, 1-3 was a nice 3 in that fourth quarter from the corner. Now, Jonathan Kuminga will start right here. The start, 4-6 from 3. He talked about all offseason, better shooting. And the stroke looked smooth, silky. He's been mentored by Butler, and he looked very calm out there. 17 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. If that is your number, let's call it forward player, Curry 1, Butler 2, Green, Kuminga 3, 4, like that, that is amazing. If you can get 33 minutes from Kuminga at the starting spot, with 17 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, you're going to win many, many games. Now, Podziemski, I know I've seen some stuff in the comments. Is he good or is he bad? Out there as you're basically de facto point guard, number 2, however you're going to play it. 7 points, 1 to 4 from 3. When Melton comes back, does he take that spot? When Moody comes back, does he take that spot? I feel like that's fluid. Kuminga showed he should start. Then you look at the bench. Al Horford, your center, you brought in. Multiple times, really good rebounding, 5 rebounds, 5 points in his Warriors debut. And then, who looked really good? The rookie, Will Richard. 1-3 made, -11 on the court, but this energy, he got multiple rebounds. Well, he got 1 rebound, but it was a rebound put back for points right at the end of the first half. He looked healthy out there. TJD, Pat Spencer did not play. Overall, I liked what I see, but GP2, a couple of dunks, good defense across the board. Now, of course, the Lakers didn't have LeBron. That's going to change the game. Luka got his 43 points, but a -8 overall. Reeves, 5 turnovers. Luka, 3 turnovers. The Warriors' defense was stifling in that first quarter, that first half, really the whole game, really forcing them to have to make passes they didn't want to do. They were trapping them. DeAndre Ayton, his Laker debut, only 10 points. So across the board, the Warriors did a nice job defensively until that fourth quarter when they kind of gave it up. Now we get to go to my favorite chart y'all love if you've been around the channel for a long time. What did we do? Oops. Oh, they don't have it. Well, that's annoying. We look at the score total chart. Maybe it's in here. Anyways, let's look at some team stats. 54% shooting for the Lakers. So yes, we played good defense. They still shot well, but those turnovers they had really killed them. And we're usually the high turnover team. 42% from three. It's not going to happen every game. But when you do that, you're going to win. We had one less turnover than them, but theirs felt more insurmountable, like very tough turnovers. Rebounding was very similar. When you look at points conceded off for turnovers, very, very similar. 19, 20, 23, 22. So where did we end up winning the game when you win by 10? We had 7 more fast break points. Their points in the paint, look at that, 62 to 36. We're going to be a smaller team at that time. Kerr went small to start that, I want to say third quarter. It's going to happen, but when you go 17 to 40 from 3, that's going to help break up that point. 17 plus 17, 34 plus 17, 51. So 51 points from 3. They had 24. They had 62 to 36. That kind of negates that right there. When you look at the assist, moving the ball, really nice job across the board, getting 29 assists. Largest lead, 17 and 2. And really, we controlled most of that game until the very end. Here we go. Here we go. Gamecast. This is what I wanted. So again, you can see right here at halftime, folks. Oops, let me move down. Let me zoom this out. Zoom out for me. There we go. At halftime, it was a close game. But Warriors really kind of controlled that second quarter, end of the first. But then you pulled away in the third. The pattern of the Warriors, let's make a run. But the problem is you let the Lakers hang around. A good team, Luka, MVP caliber player, they're going to make runs. And they did. And they pushed it to a 9-point game with 3:34. Draymond made that 3 to push it up. 10-point game you can see there. 7-point game. But Warriors really controlled to the very end. Very, very solid job by this Warriors team, starting the season 1-0. Love to see it. Love to see it. And we're going to look at some highlights in a second. What's next for them? They played opening night. They get a day off. And now they get to go home to Chase Center, to open Chase Center for the season, and have Denver. Then you go up to Portland. And then you have Memphis and LA at home before a little East Coast swing to Milwaukee, Indiana. So you basically stay West Coast until that November, end of October. Nice little start to the season, especially an older team trying to manage those minutes. Will Richard got the game ball for a strong start. Love to see that. Obviously, Kuminga played well. Butler played well. For him to get it, and you may have seen the social media video, Jimmy Butler and Steve Kerr both saying this guy's going to be really good. Postgame, Steve Kerr praising Jimmy Butler, what he provides this team.
It was the reason we became a good team last year. As soon as we got him, he provides that stability, the ability to get fouled and go to the line and settle the game down. He never turns the ball over. So he just controls the game out there for us. And we need that. We've always been at our best when we can, provide the support for Draymond and Steph's chaos with some stability. That's what Andre did, Sean Livingston, because the chaos is really powerful, but it can also get away from us. And Jimmy just settles us down, and thought he did a great job of that tonight. It was
great to hear, great to see, and he really did. There's Steph Curry's final dagger, basically put the game away. Jimmy Butler loving it. Buddy Hield, I didn't even mention him, had a great game from 3. I think he had 19 points. Sorry, I should have mentioned Buddy. We're going to do our stats. One game, easy to just go right here. Where's Buddy Hield? 22 minutes, 17 points. And again, just very solid ball by this team. This sequence is vintage Warriors. You get the screen, usually it's Draymond. Now it's Jimmy. GP2 coming from the baseline in the corner. Gets the easy putback. 112, 105. Now 114, 105. That is the vintage Warriors we know. Again, Will Richards in the 3. If he can come in and get you 4 to 10 points a game, that energy, that's exactly what we need from this team we've seen from other players. Again, Jimmy Butler controlling the offense here. Small guy on him. Put him in the paint. Does his pattern and just boom, put it in. Could get an and one. Draymond, as we know, point guard. Yes, point guard. Coming down. And who was rocking? Buddy. Buddy with the 3. Again, he's a streaky shooter. We saw what he did against Houston in the playoffs. Now he's doing it here. Good start to the season. But I have to say, folks, again, GP2 right there, we have to remember the Warriors started 12-3 last year and ended up like 21-21. Let's taper expectations. Yes, we have Jimmy Butler at that point. We have some cover if somebody gets hurt. But good team win. Good way to start on national television. Welcome back to NBC. Now, let's continue to grind and build and build and build. Comment your thoughts, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next Warriors Digest.